Dear Mark, I'm very happy to be having you today in Warsaw. Tomorrow we are going to discuss very much similar issues, European security, war in Ukraine, while being in Paris at yet another meeting of European leaders. For me, it is extremely important, and it has been extremely important, that today here in Warsaw we were able to discuss Polish security. We are very experienced in this regard, very experienced politicians when it comes to Ukraine and Ukrainian questions. We are attending numbers of meetings worldwide in various formats, in various settings, and today we want to focus on Polish security. This is my responsibility as a Polish Prime Minister. Poland does not need to prove the case when it comes to assisting Ukraine. It is obvious for us that the situation in Ukraine will have impact on the security of Poland and of Europe, so there is no case to be proved here. Nevertheless, now negotiations are underway, and our influence on the shape of negotiations is somewhat limited, so to say. So we as Poland, we as NATO, we need to be prepared for various scenarios, and some scenarios that we have not been writing ourselves. Therefore, Poland's security, full solidarity of the alliance, and the confidence about the validity of Article 5 of the treaty, one for all for one, that it will continue to be binding. Our cooperation within NATO, very good as it is from my perspective, and thank you very much for your kind words. So it provides for the full solidarity of the alliance in full, and US representatives emphasized on many occasions, also in discussions with you, as you told me today, and in discussions with us, that they will always be ready to stand up for Poland, to stand up for other NATO nations whenever they are threatened. For us, it is very important to hear such confirmation, especially now in such turbulent times where geopolitical picture is changing before our very eyes. And this confirmation that NATO is committed to defend Poland in any critical situation, this is crucially important. Thank you for reaffirming this role to us today. And today we also spoke about direct engagements in which we participated, the border policing activity on the Baltic Sea and policing of the Baltic Sea region. Thank you for your reaction. NATO needed to step in because there were various vessels making appearances on the Baltic Sea, and yet they were always manned with the same crew, and they attacked underwater cables and other lines, and thanks to the engagement of the Baltic states, Poland and NATO, of course, the sense of security has been improved for us. We know how much we care about our infrastructure on the Baltic Sea. Thank you very much for your support and interest in the project that is so important to Poland and Eastern and Central Europe, that is the East Shield, because we are ready to take on the part of our responsibility for security of our nation and other allied nations. Shield East is one of the priorities of the European Union, but it is extremely important that you, Mark, also came with very positive assessment of this project underway. And we will, of course, work closely on peace prospects for Ukraine. There is no other nation that would welcome so readily quick peace settlement. Nevertheless, we know that peace settlement must guarantee for full sovereignty of free Ukraine. Only fair and just peace settlement will afford sense of security to all of us. The reason I'm mentioning this is not only that we are a country of solidarity and we stood by Ukraine from day one. This is also a precondition of our security, Europe's security and alliances security. I'm very happy that we could have discussed at length the European dimension of NATO. We know the United States, our closest ally in Poland, according to long-standing tradition. Well, the relations may be somewhat changing, but the relationship with the United States continues to be very good. And Poland is the NATO country which invests heavily in defense, invests heavily in NATO. Who would deserve better than Poland to have full support from NATO, to full support from the United States? We are such geography, we have such a geography that we have, but we are ready to spend money on our defense, and we hope that you, as NATO SecGen, our American allies, and Europe, so those two legs, two pillars, will treat Poland accordingly in proportion to her engagement as a key player in NATO defense, Europe defense. Well, I think that we understand one another without words, so I'm limiting my statement, and I just wish to say that I'm very happy that you found time to visit Poland today and to have a lecture which will shed light on our joint strategy and NATO position, NATO posture in this very unique situation. Thank you very much that you opted for Warsaw to give us the message.